Organizational change and organizational learning. It is time for change is a common saying in organizations, but management is always at a loss about how to facilitate the change because of the frenetic pace of change in the global, national, and local business environment. Organizations require the capability and people who can cope and manage within an environment where all is flux. In the current business environment, a strategic, proactive, and deliberate development of the human resources required for organizations to achieve sustainable competitive advantage that will ensure survival. In other words, organizational learning fosters constant adaptation that brings about organizational change. How does organizational learning facilitate organizational change? The first step is through human resource development practices that foster exploratory learning. What is exploratory learning and how can organizations enable exploratory learning? Exploratory learning involves creating an environment where employees generate new ideas through actively searching for alternative viewpoints and perspectives. Several development and performance management practices contribute to exploratory learning. For example, project work, job rotation, secondments, and lateral movements are human resource development practices that make it feasible for employees to achieve the critical detachment required to question and challenge existing ways of operating. Another great example is mentoring programs. This is mentoring support from practitioners outside an individual's immediate work area or hierarchy. These types of developments enable exposure to different experiences and points of view, which make individuals willing to examine their mental models and make necessary adjustments, thereby avoiding the tendency to become locked into limited perceptual sets. In addition, corporate leadership development practices such as coaching, planned job assignments across different countries or projects, and action learning also support exploratory learning. The second step by which organizational learning facilitates organizational change is through human resource development practices that foster internal sense making. Internal sense making is a social process by which meaning is established in an organization. Internal sense making entails mutual learning, whereby people in an organization steadily establish shared knowledge and beliefs that is used for internal sense making. For a new idea to be adopted in an organization, it has to be effectively diffused among organizational members, and this can occur through internal sense making. Also, internal sense making includes the unlearning of established ideas, which is a prerequisite for adopting new ideas. Some of the ways by which internal sense making occur are through performance management practices, corporate seminars, action projects, and training. 1. These human resource development practices help facilitate horizontal interaction across structural boundaries. 2. Enable people to build their personal networks across the organization. 3. Promote openness to the ideas and involvement of others from across an organization's internal boundaries. And 4. Facilitate enterprise-wide knowledge sharing, which is a key aspect of internal sense making. In sum, organizational learning is dependent on the interaction between the development of new ideas and internal sense making. Exploratory learning and internal sense making are mechanisms for building organizational change capacity. Exploratory learning and internal sense making enable organizational change through the generation and adoption of new ideas.